So if we look at what happened, in the spring and the summer, and what's happening right now, it's really removing over 60, and not even counting the smaller M&A transaction. It's removing $60 billion plus
right.
From the market. What impact do you think that's going to have on short-term and on biotech stocks, and where biotech investors putting their money?
Right. Well, clearly it's had an amazing effect on the group over the last 3 months. I mean, it's almost up in a straight line. I think the group still has a lot of value. We spent a lot of time, looking at valuations in the group, and the group is still reasonable. Mm-hmm. So even though it has had a big move, we're saying to investors that there's still opportunities out there. I mean, for example, we just raised our rating on Amgen, which was trading, at about 12 times, in fact, below pharma types of multiples. So there are opportunities. And I would say short term, that money will likely get recycled. We've now seen a pendulum swing back to money flows into the group. Our sector, as of the end of last week, was up 9%. Significantly outperforming the larger averages, Dow Jones, S&P 500. So I think money will still flow to this group, and the money that comes out of names like Inclone and Genentech will go back into the group. The one concern I have, it would be the disappearance of some of our large cap leaders. If Genentech were to go by the boards, I don't know that it would necessarily be a good thing for the biotech industry, because they've long been champions of sort of unconventional thinking, and they can give validation to targets that smaller companies would be looked at as just another bunch of crazy scientists if they were to scream and holler about hedgehog. Who ever heard of such a ridiculous thing? And then Genentech walks in and wows everybody at AACR with some impressive data. So we need an ombudsman, I think, out there like Genentech. So I would like them not to be bought for purely selfish purposes.
Yeah, because it's not clear who would take over. I mean, Amgen, some positive development, maybe not that exciting. Celgene, outstanding performance, but probably not the magnitude of leadership.
Right, and we were quite frustrated the last couple of years with investors' reluctance or inability to shift their focus from Amgen and Genentech to names like Celgene and Gilead. We thought that given the we had problems with ESAs for Amgen. We had slow growth with Genentech, and they had kind of fallen out of favor. We thought investors would instead, trying to sort of cheer them on and pick them up and carry them, would shift their focus to Celgene and Gilead, and that clearly didn't happen. Amgen is making an attempt at being a deep science company, but I think that's, in Amgen's sort of life cycle as a public company, that's a relatively recent phenomenon. And I'm not saying that it can't happen. I just don't think it's not in their DNA, so to speak, as it is with Genentech.
So do you see any other major transaction next 12 months, who might be in play?
I mean, I'm always reluctant to speculate on those things, because inevitably I'm wrong. But I just look, everybody from the little guys, the little teeny tiny companies like Cosan and Tersica and Barrier Therapeutics and Lev, got acquired or have outstanding bids right now. And look, I said once Genentech happened, and anybody's fair game. Yeah. So that means Amgen could be in play, Celgene could be in play, anybody can be in play. I mean, I think one sort of uniform question I ask management teams when I meet with them now is, what are you doing to protect yourself from getting taken over? Because I don't think anybody is safe anymore.
Great. Thank you, Mike.
Sure.
We will have you soon again.
I hope so.
Bye-bye.